Good morning, students. Today we will be learning about the literary devices or figures of speech used in the poem after Blenheim. First, we will see the rhyming scheme. I hope all of you have understood about rhyming scheme and how to find the rhyming scheme from the previous videos. So let us see the last words of each line. In first line, evening, we assign the letter A. Second line, done, evening and done don't rhyme. So second line, we give the letter B. Door, door doesn't rhyme with evening or done. So we give the letter C. Then the fourth line, the last word is sun. Sun rhymes with done. Sun and done are rhyming words. So we give the same letter to the fourth line also, that is B. Then the last two lines, green and Wilhelmine, both are rhyming words. So we allot the same letters to both these lines, D and D. So the rhyming scheme here is A, B, C, B, D, D. The rhyming scheme of this poem is A, B, C, B, D, D, except for the second stanza of this poem. In the second stanza, the rhyming scheme is different. In the second stanza, the first four lines have the same pattern A, B, C, B, but the last two lines, the last words are found and round. Found rhymes with found, that is already in the fourth line. So what letter we have given to the fourth line? B. So fifth line will also have letter B. Round also rhymes with found, and in the second line also the word round is used. What letter we have given in the second line? The letter is B. So here the last line also will have the letter B. So the rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B, B, B for this stanza only. For the remaining stanzas, the rhyming scheme is A, B, C, B, D, D. Now for some examples of alliteration. Here I have taken the fifth stanza of your poem and I have highlighted the alliteration words in the green color. In the first line, tell, twas. Twas is the short form of it was, but instead of I, we have put an apostrophe there and it will be pronounced as twas. So tell and twas are examples of alliteration. Then in the third line, little and looks. In the fourth line, with, wonder, waiting. In the fifth line, tell and the. And in the last line, fought, for. These are all examples of alliteration in this stanza. You can find the other examples of alliteration in the remaining stanzas. Another figure of speech is refrain. Refrain. This is not something that we have read or studied about earlier, so I am explaining it here. A refrain is a phrase, verse, or a group of verses repeated at intervals throughout the poem, especially at the end of each stanza. Phrase means a group of words, means 2 words, 3 words, 4 words. A group of words is called a phrase. Verse means a sentence. So a group of words or a group of sentences that is repeated in the poem, especially at the end of the stanzas. Such phrases or such lines are called refrain. So, in this poem, after Blenheim, famous victory, the phrase famous victory is repeated 5 times. In the end of 5 stanzas, this phrase is used, and the phrase great victory, it is repeated 2 times. It is used at the end of 2 stanzas. So why we use this figure of speech here? In this poem, refrain is used to show the ignorance, the lack of knowledge that the people have. The people of Blenheim, they know about the war, they know about the destruction of the war, but they don't know the reason of the war. So that is ignorance, that is lack of knowledge. And although they don't know what was the reason of the war or what was the benefits or advantages of the war, they still call it a famous victory, a great victory. They know that only bad things happened due to the war. Still, they don't call it a bad war or a bad victory. They just call it great or famous victory. So, to show their carelessness or to show their attitude, the poet has used refrain. The poet has repeated some phrases in this poem. That is it. We will end the video here today, and I will upload the answers of the poems by Saturday or Sunday, so you can download and do the answers in the workbook. I have got many comments and many questions from the students asking where to do the answers. Please do the answers in the workbook. This is something that I had already told at the beginning. Don't ask it again. You have to do the answers in your workbooks.